Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical. This is Mystical Gaming. We're jumping into Watcher Realms now. It's just a quick little one today. A couple of people have asked about this. It's about ascending gear. So when you go to your hero now and you go to the gear page, you see your gear, and then if you want to put, let's grab a piece of gear. So let's go for insight. There we go, and we grab a piece of insight gear, and now down here we can see is Gem Enhancement, where it used to be Ascend, and we get taken over to the Gem Enhancement place. That's put in there, and then if you really want to, you can select the evolution, and you can evolve that piece of gear into one of these tier 2 or tier 3 pieces of gear. So that's what happens now. However, as insight gear, you are probably aware that you can actually ascend it. So now, instead of going to the gear itself, come down here to the foundry, click on the foundry. Over here is the ascend, and there it is. You're back onto your Ascension page. Now just move me out of the way for a little bit. There we are, and you can see there's all your Ascension materials. I need to do some. There's all your Ascension materials over there, so use them, and particularly be aware of the gear that you can ascend. Okay, I'm not saying don't evolve it, but just be aware that if you're evolving things like your insight gear or your wisdom gear, that sort of stuff, it could be ascended anyway. So you may not get tier 3 gear out of it, but your insight gear would become Infernal Raw, and your wisdom gear would become Soulbound Arcana. They're not bad sets by any stretch of the imagination, so just bear in mind that you have this ability to be able to go and ascend your gear. You don't have to go for the evolution of it. Okay, so if we go back and have a look at some gear, we collect our insight piece of gear again, we'll put that on, and then if we go there we can have a look, and you could ascend it to some of this gear as well. Okay, so it won't necessarily become Infernal Raw, but you could evolve it and it could become Infernal Raw anyway, and you could have just ascended it. So bear that in mind. You may wish to change the pieces of gear that you actually ascend, because now you can ascend pieces that couldn't be ascended before. So if you take your particularly 2-piece items of gear, so if you take some of, or even your 3-piece pieces of gear, sorry, if you take things like Glacier or Mana Spring, and we add that, then you can evolve like your Mana Spring into a Morale set, or Invigoration or Wings of Grace set. Okay, so they are possible to evolve, but bear in mind your Ascension now is just in a different place. Okay, quick little video from me. I hope that's cleared up a couple of bits and bobs for a few people. Okay, just the difference between evolve and ascend. The gear that you used to be able to ascend, you still can, but you also now got the option of evolving it. The game now just more or less defaults to the evolution side of it as opposed to the ascending side of it. Okay, there you go. Thank you very much for your time. If you leave me a thumbs up, like and subscribe on your way out the door, I'll see you in a video again soon. If you're summoning, good luck with it. Okay, catch you later.